Alrighty, we are back for another game, and there I am. Bit of a different one. It's early in the afternoon. It's been a lot of games in a row recently where we've had nighttime games, 8 p.m. kickoffs for cup games, and 8 p.m. kickoffs for Champions League games, and obviously late kickoffs as well in the Premier League. This is the first time we've had a game, obviously it being a Sunday, that's actually in the afternoon and is, you know, not not just as I've woken up. So yeah, me obviously being on a different time schedule to most other people in the UK, I do not really appreciate the early morning ones because I've had to stay awake this entire time. And I tell you, as soon as this game is over, I'm gonna go to bed. So there we go. Hopefully I'll wake up to some good news about the Arsenal United game afterwards. But yeah, interesting game today. London derby in Selhurst Park against Palace away. We're obviously in the away kit, which is why I'm wearing the away kit today, for a bit of a good luck charm. Lineups are kind of interesting for them. It's pretty standard. For us, it's a little bit changed. Forced changes due to injury and other rotations, which are a bit bizarre, but we'll talk about those in a little bit. Welcome in. Yeah, hopefully it should be, considering the form that Palace are in and the position in the league table that they're in, we should win this quite comfortably, but two things you can always guarantee, or three things we can always guarantee. Chelsea don't turn up against a team that we should absolutely be beating. Crystal Palace being an absolute nuisance and causing us issues all the time. And thirdly, us being Charity FC and helping a team that are struggling to get back into form. So that could be the problem. Because I feel like that's going to be the pattern of play here, where Palace have been very, very poor all season, and as soon as they come up against Chelsea, they're probably going to turn up and do the business against us. As for the lineups, you guys have just started asking questions about those. We'll look at the Palace lineup first. They are lined up in, and I apologise for how awful this looks, by the way. Palace have done the same thing that Arsenal did the other week, where they have put their match graphic as a link rather than an actual picture, so I can't click into it, so it's zoomed out and annoying. But pretty standard lineup for them. It's a 5-2-3 or a 3-4-3, that type of thing. The thing for them which they're kind of happy about is they've got some of the injured players back, like Munoz, for example. He's starting at right wing back today. Obviously, his partner in Mitchell on the opposite side. Three centre-backs are Richards, Lacroix and Campbell. Then they've got Lerma and Wharton as the two holders, Sarr, Brennan Johnson and Mateta as the three forwards. Mateta, the one to kind of watch out for here, I would say. Sarr obviously very good down the right-hand side if he wants to be in terms of being pacey. I'm not sure which way round they'll start because Sarr usually, despite being a right-footed player, likes to play on the right-hand side and get behind. But I imagine it'll be Johnson on the right side and Sarr on the left. Yeah, big job for our centre-backs up against Mateta. Our centre-backs are as follows. Again, weird graphic. Not sure why it's so low down here, but there we are. That's the way it pans out. Sanchez in there as kind of standard. The two fullbacks today, we've actually got James, who's captain on the side, and Kukurea, so no midfield shift for James. But the two centre-backs are actually Chalobah and Badiashile. Now, I think Badiashile had a really, really good showing against Paphos. I think he was one of our better defenders in that game, so hopefully he continues that up. The two holders are Andre and Caicedo, with Enzo in the 10 because there is no Cole Palmer in the starting 11. And as someone asked, is he injured? Well, there's weird kind of things going around Cole because he's obviously been struggling with this groin injury, but this is supposedly a different injury. Apparently he's got a thigh injury that he suffered in training. He was in training for 2 days, and they're kind of managing him for Napoli is what I kind of assume. I assume that that's kind of the intention behind that. It's just, I think this game probably came a day too early for Cole, is kind of what they're saying. So he's not playing. Big news though, Esteval starts, thank God. My guy is actually starting a game for the first time in bloody ages, which is good to see. Joao Pedro is the striker, so no Delap. Both strikers, Delap and Guiu, on the bench today, so that's interesting. Options off the bench in terms of that. I imagine at some point Joao Pedro will probably be moved into the 10 as Enzo comes off, just to rest him, because he's going to be doing a lot of running today. Pedro Neto on the left-hand side. I don't see what Maresca and Rosini see in this guy. I know it's the work rate. I know that's the reason why he's in the game, but he's going to piss me off, I can tell. I'm actually, spoiler alert for the spoiler alert for the bingo card. You know, that's going to be on there, but him pissing me off. And again, Joao Pedro up. Interesting thing as well on the bench is actually Teddy Sharman Lowe, which is really cool because obviously we need a new sub goalkeeper. As Jurgensen's injured, he's had a little bit of a setback. But the thing which is weird is that it's not Gaga Slonina for some reason. So I'm really not sure why he's not on the bench, because he's the third choice goalkeeper, and instead Teddy Sharman Lowe's in the starting 11 or in the thing. So it'll be a really, really interesting game if Sanchez goes down with an injury or gets sent off. Very, very interesting game. Also on the bench we've got Achimpong and Wes as our centre backs, Gusto and Hato as the full backs, and then obviously Gittins and Garnacho as the two winging options. Now we can get rid of Twitter. As we go into this, we can look at the... I didn't do the thing. Wait, I didn't do the thing. I always forget to do the thing. One sec.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.
There we go. That's the thing. I always forget that, man. Yeah, I think that Gittins probably did deserve a start, honestly. I think it might be interesting to see who starts versus Napoli, because that's obviously the bigger game. But a big opportunity today for us to go into the top four. Let me get rid of those real quick. Now we can go back into this. All right. Yeah, so for the bingo card, we have slightly different ones today. Most of them are the same, but slightly different ones. We've got a French goal to assist. We've got the correct prediction. Today, I've gone for 1-0. I really don't think that we're going to get a lot of goals in this game. We have Charity FC. I spoke about this earlier. Ref Screw Chels. Set piece goal, 3 points. British goal scorer. These ones are already on there normally. Mono turns French. We have this because they've got a lot of French players in their lineup and French names, so I'm probably going to do that at some point. Esteval, player of the match, he's going to be who I expect to be the best player on our team today. We've got stop showing replays for the camera operators. We have me changing my mind on the decision, me being pissed at Neto, free space, Worldy, forgot the timer, over 3 yellows, a clean sheet, me cursing the players with my commentary. We have a common grab involvement. This is again just if any common player gets involved in a goal somehow. Pre-assist, assist, goal, whichever one. We have a Brazilian connection. Now, this is specifically if a Brazilian assists another Brazilian in this game. Now, that we do have 3 Brazilians in the side, so that could happen. We've got red card, we've got fullback goal slash assist, we have Rosinha ball in full flow, we have goalkeeper on the halfway line, and then an Andre app, which we can absolutely take off already because he's there. But yeah, so hopefully we can get a good result here. We've got about 3 minutes till kickoff. Let me boot up the actual game. They are now showing the lineups on Sky Sports. My headphones are so quiet. Oh my god, there we go. Yeah, so yeah, interesting seeing Canville in their lineup because he's not the most experienced, but there we go. I'm just reading what some of you guys have said. If I'm being honest, our best winger is not Neto, it's Esteval. I don't think it's even close, if I'm being honest. Neto is the winger out of all of our wingers that starts the most. It's quite clear that he's going to get more goal contributions when he's in the team all the time. But in terms of actually wing play and what we kind of expect from him, he has just not been up to standard. He's an important player, but he's not the best. He's not the in terms of actually wing play and how a winger is supposed to play. He's not our best winger by an absolute country mile. But I'm hoping that I jinx him. I hope he has a good game today. But he's starting on the left-hand side, so we'll see if he. It will be interesting to see if we go into that kind of 3 at the back system as well that we've kind of seen from Rosinha, because usually in that scenario, I would imagine that Neto would kind of play as the wing back, but we've got James on the opposite side, so he's not going to be bombing up and down. I wouldn't expect him to anyway. So it would be a bit weird for him to be doing that job too. We also get to see us play against Oliver Glasner, who obviously was one of the rumoured incoming managers when we sacked Enzo Maresca. Let's see if he can prove that he should have taken the job. Oh, I need to remember not to forget the timer. I think the Sky Sports coverage is a little bit behind. So it's going to be a really, I feel it will be a really important job for whoever is marking Ismail Assar today. I don't know if he's going to be on the left or the right, we'll have to see. It looks like he's starting on the right. So Cuckoo's going to have his hands full, let's say. It will be Chelsea kicking off from right to left. And Enzo is the man who's going to be taking the kickoff. There we go. And we're underway. First ball goes back to Robert Sanchez. It's going to be a long ball from him. And they're not pressing him, so he's gone all the way up to the halfway line here. He's smacked it to the left-hand side. It's going to be collected by Caicedo immediately. Now vidIQ will be pressed by Sarr. Here's Sanchez again. Yeah, so Brennan Johnson on the left-hand side. Sarr on the right. A little bit of a loose touch from vidIQ there, but Neto gets it away. Here's Cucurella surging down the left-hand side. First chance for him to foray forward. Cuts it in for Joao Pedro. It's going to fall all the way to the other side for Estevao, who's on the edge of the box here. He plays in Enzo Fernandez. There's a cutback. Oh, no one could get on the end of it. I think it's taken a nick off of one of the defenders. It's a good ball from Estevao in behind there. Great weight. Will be a corner. Reece James to take our corners from the right side. Take the in-swinger. We rank third in these types of scenarios in terms of goals scored. Swung into the near post, and it's a pretty awful delivery in all honesty, but the ref has actually given a foul the other way. It's Darren England who's the ref today. They're going to pass it out from the back short here, Palace. Might be a mistake if we can get our high press together. We have forced them long. And Mateta will hold it up, but Caicedo is the one who wins the ball. And vidIQ can help it back to Sanchez. Here's Reece James. Back to Caicedo. Here's vidIQ again. Yeah, it is looking immediately kind of like we're almost playing like a back three with James as that right-sided centre-back, but because Cucurella is going really, really high here, he's almost playing like a winger. James has absolutely sat Brennan Johnson to the floor. vidIQ with the first-time ball into Enzo, but it's cut out by Lacroix. Ball's going to go back to Henderson here. Pressure from Joao Pedro will force him to the left-hand side. Canville. Here's Wharton. Good ball through the lines to Mateta, and he's held up the ball well, but I was going to say James was able to get the ball, but the referees adjourned it to be a foul. It's going to be a big battle between vidIQ and Mateta all game. Switch a play from Adam Wharton out to Mitchell, who's over on the left-hand side. Bro, I feel like I can't see the screen today. I should put my glasses on, but I'm just like, I think it's because I'm tired. Yeah, I really like Mateta as a striker, honestly. He'd be someone who in the summer window I would have looked at, but our board of directors aren't serious. And Mateta has just been dragged to the floor. The referee's not given a foul for this, and we'll get possession back. Here's Sanchez. High press from Palace will force him long on the left foot. They've given it away to Cucurella here. They've picked it back up after the second ball. It's Canvo. Is it? Yeah, I was going to say, the commentary has just pointed that out. It's a bit weird, actually. Richards is on the left-hand side, Canvo's on the right, which I wasn't particularly expecting. Richards usually goes on that right-hand side. Now they don't have Gay on that left-hand side because he's gone to Palace. I guess that's why they've adjusted that way. It's Enzo to Estevao. He's going to take it past Mitchell, but he can only get a throw. Here's Reese. Long ball from him. Little nick on it. We'll see it go behind to Dean Henderson. There's Lucas. To Ganville. There's Wharton. High press from Caicedo wins the ball back, and Neto's heavy touch will let Palace get away with that. Here's Mateta, great hold-up play. He's going to send Daniel Munoz down the left-hand side, or the right-hand side, rather. Cuts it back to Mateta on the edge of the box, but Caicedo's there again. He's been phenomenal today, already. It's been 5 minutes, he's been the best player on the pitch by a mile. It's Lucas. Out to Munoz. Wharton again. Again, really good pressure from Caicedo to stop him from making that switch of play. Because every time Wharton gets the ball, he's wanting to switch it to the left-hand side. Here's Canvo. Swept back to Henderson. Yeah, a little bit of a half-hearted press here from Chelsea. Nothing too high. Canvo's had to smash it long. And here's Caicedo. He's being absolutely manhandled by Wharton, and the referee does give a foul Chelsea's way. Here's Estevao. Well, you can tell that the Palace kind of coaching team have told their players about Estevao. As soon as he gets on the ball, there's 3 players near him. He's getting absolutely man-marked out of the game so far. It's vidIQ. Trevor to James. Here's Estevao. Gets it around the corner to Enzo, but the ball's going to be deflected behind. Chalobah will pick it up on Chelsea's defensive third. Here's Neto on the left-hand side. He's dropped deep. He's given a bit of a hospital pass to vidIQ here, and Mateta's going to pick it up, and oh no. It's a great save from Sanchez. It's a fantastic save from Sanchez. What on earth was Neto doing there? Passing it back in that scenario. I mean, Benoit needs to clear that, but like, that's just hospital. It's just a hospital pass. He should never be giving that to him in that scenario. That's a fantastic save from Sanchez. Because he's going one way and he puts the ball the other way. He's had to save it with his feet. It's going to be a long throw from Richards here, I believe. Not before the referee does his bullshit talking to players in the box and they're going to ignore it. The long throw has not gone particularly long, and Chelsea will be able to deal with it. There's a potential penalty for Palace in there, and they're going to look at it on VAR, but I don't think there's anything in that. Oh, it's so soft. If they give that, the game's gone, man. That's so soft. And they haven't given it, thankfully. Be a throw for Chelsea on the left-hand side. It's Cucurella. Badiashile gets it away. João Pedro will knock it back, but only as far as Wharton, who tries to play the ball in behind. It's a great interception from Trevor Chalobah to stop that. He read that really well. And Fernandez will get James going forward through the middle, and he plays the ball in behind for João Pedro. Been tripped over by Lacroix there, but referee says nothing. They've cleared it. Here's Santos, who heads it off the pitch. I feel this is going to be one of those games that flows a bit more. I don't think the referee's going to give very many fouls. Here's Henderson to Canvo. Long ball from the Frenchman is cut out by Badiashile. Picked up by Cucurella, who knocks it around the corner for João Pedro. Now back to the Spaniard, but he's tackled. Will be a throw for the left-hand side. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I don't think that's on Benoit. Like, I don't think he's expecting to get the ball, and it's a little bit of a hospital pass. Cucurella will throw it down the line for Pedro Neto, who's running in behind here. And he wins a corner. Off a Canvo. It's one of those ones where it's like six of one, half a dozen of the other. It's like, Neto needs to not give him the ball there, but Badiashile needs to just smash it as soon as he's in that scenario. Been a bit too cute. A little bit of a conversation between James and Cucurella before this corner. I think Cuckoo's going to be the man at the front post. As James wants to whip this in. Swung into the front post and it's headed behind by Mateta. It'll be another Chelsea corner. Swung the ball in once again, and it's headed behind again, this time by Ismail Assar. We keep putting it into that near post area. We're trying to get that flick on to the back post, but just the player at the front post is not tall enough to win the header. Third chance for James to swing the ball in. Gonna get it right this time. This one's really short, and it's Cucurella who wins it. It'll be cleared by Brennan Johnson and further as well, but Caicedo will pick it up. Here's Enzo on the right-hand side. What in God's name has he done there? He swung it into Badiashile, though. He's got on the end of it. Here's Esteval. Cucurella has launched it up and over into the box. Badiashile with another knock-on. Here's Esteval in the box. He's tackled. It's going to break for Pedro Neto on the left-hand side. There's a bit of a pandemonium in the box. Here's Cucurella down the left-hand side. Puts the ball into the back post, and there's no one there. It's going to fall for Moises Caicedo. Thought about having a shot, but decided against it. Here's Esteval. Back to James in the middle now. Here's Badiashile. James should play this out to Esteval, and he does. 1v1 versus Mitchell. Can he take on his man? Goes inside. Gets it to Chalobah. It's Reece James in a crossing position, and he will whip the ball into the back post where Cucurella is, but he's slipped over. Here's Pedro Neto has picked it up on the other side. He gets it to Cuckoo, who might be offside there. He's going to swing the ball in to the back post. It's going to fall for Enzo! Oh! He's claiming a handball here. He's appealing for a hand. I think if anything, it's going to be proximity. But I want to see what happened to Cuckoo in the build-up there, because he fell over in the box and it wasn't given. I don't know if he was actually impeded or whatever. Let's see this. Oh, it does come off of Lerma's arm. Let's see this. No, it doesn't at all, actually. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Game will get underway again. Here's Lerma. Out to Mitchell. He's going to launch the ball forward under pressure, and it's not going to reach Ismail Assar. So Chelsea have been pretty good so far. There's been a goal in the Forest-Brentford game. I think it's Forest who have scored it. It is. It's Igor Jesus. who scored that one. Eventually this throw-in will get taken. There we go. Caicedo being manhandled, and the foul will be given. It's taken quickly. Here's vidIQ. Now Cucurella on the left-hand side. I'd like to see Santos get on the ball a little bit more. He hasn't really been able to get on the ball and kind of dictate things from a deeper position like we know he can do. James has just sold his man for a dream and played the ball into Esteval. He's been thrown to the floor again. Here's Santos. Back to Chalobah. Ball through the line to Cucurella is a great one. He plays it up to Neto, who's not going to get on the end of this, but given something for Munoz to think about, and he's had to play it back to Henderson, who smashed it clear. And it's going to fall out for a throw that vidIQ can quickly take. You know what I find really bizarre? We know how strong Reece James is. Why is he not like a designated long throw taker for us? We're like the only club in the entire league that doesn't do long throws. It's a handball from Mateta there that's not been given, but Cucurella will tackle the ball away anyway. Wharton will give it away. It's held up by João Pedro, but Neto can't get on the end of that. He can. Good work from him. And Chelsea will build up from the back again. It's Trevor Chalobah to Reece James, who's been sending Brennan Johnson to the shops every time he gets on the ball. Here's Caicedo through the lines. Good pass from him into Andre Santos. Now Esteval up against Tyreek Mitchell. He takes him one way, takes him the other. Cuts inside. He's going to play the ball to the left-hand side for Pedro Neto. Good pass. He whips the ball in. He's going to fall for Cucurella, and it's falling for Caicedo! Oh! He hit that with the outside of his boot. That was never going to go. It was either going into the top corner or into Rose Ed, and that's where it's gone. We know he can hit them from there. That was literally that close from not curling enough. It would have gone in the top corner. Foul from vidIQ on Ismail Assar. Ooh, vidIQ's gotten away with one there. He's getting a warning. He's the lucky boy not to get a yellow card for delaying the restart here. Will be Palace building up from the back again. Another long ball from Camvo, but it's headed away by Chalobah. Here's Mateta. Munoz will get the ball in first time. It's a great ball into the back post, but Andre Santos is there to stop Brennan Johnson from getting a tap in. First real sign of danger from Palace there. Oh, that's a delicious ball. Will be a Palace corner. Can they score them as well as they can defend them? We're notoriously not very good from these scenarios, so hopefully we don't do... Oh, the ball's gone all the way to the back post for Lerma, but it's up and over the top. And they've given a goal kick. I'm not sure about that one. Oh no, good decision from the ref, actually. It's off of João Pedro, then Lerma, not the other way around. Chelsea going to play it short. Nope, long ball from Sanchez. And our striker is not up the pitch, but Enzo will win the ball in the middle. Here's João Pedro. He's fouled by Wharton. The referee says nothing. Man, every single time that's going to keep happening. But now Pedro's won it back again. Santos, here's Enzo through the lines for Pedro, but it's a lazy pass in all honesty, and it's going to be swept up quite comfortably by Lerma. It's Lacroix. I can't believe what the commentator has just said. The commentator has just genuinely come out and said that Palace have been the better side in this game so far. That's absolute nonsense. Apart from that one cross, they've done nothing all day. What on earth? What on earth is the commentary watching? It's Neto running down the left hand side. Chance for him to put the ball in, but he hesitates, and Wharton will get back at him. Is Sarr in the midfield being tracked by vidIQ? Oh, late one from Caicedo on Wharton there. A little bit of a painful one. He's going to get a yellow for. He's going to get a yellow for that. Are you serious? I tell you, Caicedo gets refereed completely differently to every other player in the Premier League. There's no way that's a yellow card. Never a yellow in any game. That's absolutely ridiculous. It's a foul, yeah, but it's not a fucking yellow. Munoz around the corner. His ball is intercepted by vidIQ. Here's Caicedo. Santos around the corner to James. Into Enzo. He's pressed, but it'll go back to James. Sanchez into Santos. Gets away from Mateta brilliantly and plays the ball into Joao Pedro as well. Round the corner for Cucurella, who blindly plays the pass, man. Get your head up. Ridiculous. Such a good opportunity for us to break, and he's just played that pass completely blind without even looking. He's given the ball away. Mitchell will play the ball back to Henderson. It's been a goal in the Aston Villa-Newcastle game. And it is Aston Villa who've scored it, thank goodness. So they're obviously in the race to stop Arsenal from winning the title. So I'll happily have an Aston Villa goal. It's Buendia who smashed one in. It's Lacroix. Going to get away from a couple of Chelsea players. There's Richards. To Lerma, who's played the ball straight off the pitch. A little bit of miscommunication between him and Mitchell. James will take the throw in, but he's got no options at the moment. He's asking his team to provide him some. He will get it to Caicedo eventually, who gets it back to Chalobah. Now vidIQ. Cucurella to Chalobah. Here's Reece James once again. Up to Estival. Gets the ball away from his marker, and James will... I don't even know what that was from him, honestly. It's just gone straight off the pitch, though. There's Mitchell. To Wharton. Long ball from him is picked up by Cucurella. It's going to fall for Munoz here. No, it's Myla Sarr. And the chance of We Don't Care About Clearlake are coming out again from the Chelsea faithful. Good to hear. A big chant of "fuck off Egg Barley, you're not wanted here" has just come through the stadium as well. Long ball from Wharton is straight off the pitch for a goal kick. He's been trying that ball over and over again, Wharton, that switch crossfield diag from the right hand side. Chelsea committed to playing out from the back here. They're going to get away from the press. Neto gets the better of his man, and he's going to surge down the left-hand side. Uses his pace again up against Lacroix, who is very, very fast, and beats him there. Sees it out for a goal kick. I think I'm going to hover my mouse over the mono-pist at Neto box on the bingo card, because one more of those, I'm probably taking that off. He's been very frustrating today already. Lacroix will send the long ball for Mateta, but it's not going to reach him. It's going to go all the way to Sanchez. Here's Santos to Enzo. Little pirouette to get away from his man, but the referee's given a talking to Enzo for literally nothing here. Ugh. Here's Robert Sanchez. Long ball from Rob to the right-hand side will be completely wayward. Here's Richards. Lacroix. Canvo through the lines to Wharton. He's going to play that direct pass again, but Andre Santos has intercepted it this time, and he gets it up to Joao Pedro. Little turn from him is a good one. He gets away from Lacroix. Here's Estevao in the box. His touch is a little bit heavy, but he's going to keep going. Oh, it's just cut out by Richards in the end. Good recovery from the American, who's playing his 100th game in the Premier League today, I believe. And Badiashile deals with the outball to Sarr very well. Will be a Palace throw up the left-hand side. It's going to be another Chris Richards long throw from that left-hand side. A little bit further away from the box than they'd probably like. But you can launch these. It's a flat one into the front post. It's knocked off. Oh my goodness. It's knocked on by James towards his own goal, and Sarr had an opportunity to get a tap in there, but he's missed. It's a poor header from James. Very uncharacteristically like him. Ball's going to be ballooned up into the air by Jefferson Lerma, but he's going to get on the end of it. There's Lacroix. Canvo. Is Chris Richards again. I've nearly just done it, by the way. I was talking about the turning French thing. I've nearly just called Dean Henderson Enderson because I was not going to pronounce the H. Long ball from the back is cut out by Trevor Chalobah, and it's going to be Chris Richards picking up the ball again here. Estevao was offside, though. The issue with us and defending set pieces is not particularly tactical. It's because we don't really have the personnel to do it. Like, our team is incredibly small. Like, apart from our two centre backs, every player in the team is a short player. The ball will be headed back by Chalobah to Sanchez, who is the only other tall player in our side. That's kind of warranted as a goalkeeper. Ball around the corner by Caicedo is not a great one, and Palace are going to come back at us here. Brennan Johnson's unable to get a full connection, but the ball will break to Tyreek Mitchell. He's going to swing the ball in first time here on the left-hand side, and it's a header from Mateta that is very, very wayward. And Cucurella will pick it up on the left-hand side. Can he play the ball down the line for Neto? He's launched it, and it's off target. This left-hand side is absolutely abysmal, like, genuinely. It's Richards. Yukwa. Gamble. Wharton across to Mateta, who's going to sweep the ball out to the left-hand side for Mitchell if he can get on the end of it. He's unable to get there before James, who's going to knock it back for Sanchez, who smashes it long, and Esteval will be able to pick this up. Here's James into Enzo, who's not going to get that. And Wharton will play it in behind for Brennan Johnson. Can he get on the end of that? No, he can't. Both teams are very sloppy with their final balls here. Is Badiashile. Chelsea passing out from the back once again. Neto beaten to the ball by Canville. He's towing that line between bingo and no bingo. Is Lacroix again. Really want to see Joao Pedro get involved a bit more as well. He has been complete passenger. Wharton around the corner. Mateta can't hold it up, and Neto will try and get on the end of that, but Sar's battled away well. He's jumped to the floor. He's 100% tried to get Caicedo sent off there. He's barely touched him. The referee hasn't given a second yellow. Yeah, I was going to say, a little bit naughty from Neto there. In fact, if VAR looks at that, he's probably off. They haven't looked at it, and it will be a free kick to Palace. That's knocked into the back post, but cleared by Trevor Chalobah. It's Canville. He's going to play it into the path of Esteval, who's running through on goal here. He's being dragged away by Mitchell. Can Esteval get a strike? And he can! On the break. That's my boy. I'm not sure if there's anything to tick off here. Yeah, it's a ball back from Canville, the young Frenchman, and you know, he does really well to get away from Mitchell there, and the actual finish is really good because it's across Henderson. I think maybe the goalkeeper probably should be saving this, but that's what we expect, and this is why I say he's our best winger. I don't think Neto scores there. If that's Neto, I don't think he scores there. I can't tick anything. It's really annoying because we scored a goal and I can't tick anything off. It's another goal / assist for Estival. He scores a lot when he starts, as one of the things we don't often get to see him starting games because he's, you know, young. But he's got a pretty good record from starting in terms of his output. That's another one to that. And that's come at a good time for Chelsea because Palace were growing into the game and kind of threatening our goal. A little bit of head tennis in the middle. Eventually headed to Sanchez by Mateta. "10 minutes till the end of the half." Is Santos. I'm just annoyed that it wasn't like a pass from Santos or Joao Pedro so I can tick off that Brazilian thing. It's a great assist from Camvo. Here's Chalabar to Reece James. Ball in behind for Joao Pedro. He picks up the ball up against Lacroix, gets it back to Estival. He's going to have tons of confidence after that. Ball's gone back to Santos. Now Reece James. Chalabar to Sanchez. Cucurella is playing in that Yoral Hato role at the moment. He's really high up in the 10. Here's James to Santos. Gets it across to Badiashile. Long ball from him for Neto, and he didn't make the run. I would be very, very surprised if Neto's not taken off for Gittins here soon. Like, at half-time, genuinely. He just doesn't seem like he's got the legs for playing this game. Like, usually the thing, he can kind of rely on his pace to create chances and, you know, be a nuisance, but he just doesn't seem to have that turn of pace that he normally does. I think he might be a bit knackered. And we've won the throw, though. On the left-hand side, it will be Cuckoo to play it, and he does play it to Neto, who's going to try and run for this again. It's a half-hearted run for the ball. Palace will recycle the ball. Here's Chris Richards. All games are 1-0 away to the away teams. Yeah. Long ball from Henderson will go up to Mateta. Good knock on, but it's going to fall to Badiashile. Cucurella will clear it long. Here's Caicedo, who gets on the end of the ball, plays a great ball in behind for Joao Pedro if he can get on the end of it, but it's a fantastic tackle from Lacroix to stop him from getting there. We're looking at centre-backs. He's someone I would actually look at. Lacroix's been so quality since he came to Palace. He was quality when he was in the Bundesliga, but ball over the top is dealt with by Cucurella. He's been fouled by Munoz there, and the referee will call it. Very, very soft one, but it's a foul. For us to be comfy, I'd really like us to get another goal before half-time. I don't expect it, but strange things have happened. Here's Sanchez to take the free kick. It's aimed for Joao Pedro, who will get on the end of it. It's going to break to Estival on the right-hand side. He's being tracked by Mitchell. Plays it back to James. Here's Santos. And all the way back now to Badiashile. Long ball from the Frenchman is for Neto in behind, who will get on the end of it this time. And he's been tackled immediately by Canville. Will be a throw for Chelsea high up on the left-hand side. Again, this would be a great opportunity for us to long throw the ball into the box. We just don't have a long throw specialist. It's just bizarre. The only club in the league that doesn't do long throws. Is Caicedo battling away? Does well. His ball is cut out though. It's going to fall for Benoit Badiashile. He should be able to knock this back to Sanchez, but instead he goes the other way. Munoz will pick it up, but only as far as Badiashile once again. Good little interplay between him and Caicedo, but Joao Pedro's little flick doesn't come off, and Palace will regain the ball. Here's Wharton. Munoz. Back to Wharton. Crossfield Diag coming. Instead he goes back to Richards. He's going to drive forward here. Runs into a wall of white shirts and is forced to go back. Here's Munoz. Wharton again. Richards once more. Here's Lacroix. Palace just making things tick at the moment. Here's Munoz. Every single time Munoz gets the ball, he's looking to play that early ball in behind. And Sarr here is Sarr into Munoz, who plays that ball, and it's blocked by Badiashile. Neto will get it further away, but it's going to fall straight to the feet of JD Canville. It's Wharton. In behind for Sarr. It's a great ball. Oh, and his cutback is not very good. And Cucurella will get it away. Here's Joao Pedro. Now, Caicedo. The furthest man forward is Cucurella at the moment. Here's Joao Pedro once again. He's going to pass the ball back. And the break has been wasted. Santos to James. A little bit of a heavy touch, but we'll get it to Enzo. Here's Santos once more. Gets it to Enzo, who's been tracked by Richards. It's good work from Enzo to get it to Santos. He's going to switch it across the left-hand side for Neto, but it's a little bit wayward, and Munoz will pick it up. He could have just passed that back to Enzo there. I'm really not sure why he tried that crossfield ball. Ball in behind for Sarr is a good one. He's going to play it low again, and it's another cutback from Sarr that's just not up to standard, and the Chelsea players will easily cut that away. Yeah, it's been a bit loose from both teams. I said the final ball for both teams has just not been good enough. Like, they've both been playing well out of the first third, but like as soon as they get into the final third, it's just completely turns into mush. It's Lacroix. Canville. Wharton with one of those long ball forward here, but Brennan Johnson, it's hit him in the back of the head and he's had to play it back. Here's Tyrick Mitchell. Up against James and Esteval. He has to play it back to Richards here. He's going to sweep the ball in on his right foot, but it's going to be cleared. And here's Esteval with another chance to break here on the right-hand side. And Joao Pedro searching through the middle. Can Esteval get a famous goal here? He is going to play the ball across, and it's not close enough to be a cutback for Joao Pedro, and it's not close enough to be a goal. It's right in between. Threaded the needle. He's been brilliant today. Esteval making those runs in behind. It's not really what we kind of know him for. He's very much a ball to feet type player, but oh, that's so close. That is so close. Replay has been. I'm going to take the stop showing replays thing here because the game was going on whilst they were showing replays here. The ball's been cut back to Johnson, who wasn't really alert to the ball when Santos got there before him, and he has committed a foul, the Welshman. Just over a minute to go. It's been very, I said, it's been quite even. The possession stats are, there's 1% in the possession stats. It's both had about the same amount of shots, same on target. We've just had a lot more touches in the box. I think that's mainly from the corners, if I'm being honest. Long ball from Sanchez is cleared away for a throw. Throw in will be collected by Lacroix, who smashes it long. vidIQ will pick up the clearance. Here's Cucurella to Pedro Neto. Trevor Chalobah to Reece James. It's going to be 2 added minutes as the ball comes back to Sanchez. He needs an option. He plays it through the middle to Neto, he's tried to make it. He's gotten away with absolute murder there, Neto, because he's tried to back heel and he's got the ball caught on his feet and it's actually fooled the defender. Long ball from Sanchez will be aimed at Joao Pedro, but it will be picked up by Munoz. And Sarr was coming back from an offside position, so it'll be a free kick to Chelsea. Sanchez will take this free kick. It will go long. Eventually. It's going to the left-hand channel. And Neto can't get on the end of it. And it becomes at this time where I'm just going to tick that off because he's actually genuinely annoying me now. He's just done nothing today. He's just been completely like we're playing at 10v11. Ball up to him again. It's Campbell. Joao Pedro. He's been fouled there. The referee said nothing. It'll be a Palace throw, and Joao Pedro is down holding his ankle. Been in the wars today, Joao. I think he's just rolled himself under the pressure. I don't think it's actually a touch from a Palace player, though. Here's Enzo. He's been fouled. And that'll be the half-time whistle. There's going to be a little bit of afters here as well. Enzo, of course, always getting combative with his fellow South Americans, with Jefferson Lerma getting a bit involved there. But yeah, Chelsea 1-0 up from a great breakaway goal from Esteval. We could have had a second, in truth, if he was a little bit sharper, but there we are. Is there anything else we can tick off at the moment? Not really. Everything else has been pretty standard, but yeah, hopefully we can get back into the second half. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and I will be back shortly. Alrighty. I'm back. Oh, um, I don't even really know what to say about that half. Honestly, it's just kind of the game just kind of happened. So apart from Esteval having a couple of sprints down the right hand side, there just hasn't really been anything happening. Both teams been very sloppy in possession. Both teams been unable to get shots off really, or shots on target off anyway. And yeah, and Esteval's just the difference. That's pretty much it. I took a quick look at my Twitter whilst I was away, and everyone. I'm not alone. Every single person on my Twitter feed is calling for Pedro Neto to be substituted. Well, I say substituted. The majority of them are asking him to be sold, which is kind of just goes to show how well he's been playing today. Yeah, if I'm to make changes at half time, I'm bringing on Gittins or Garnacho. I would bring on Gittins if I'm being honest, but I don't think he will come on. If anyone does come on, it probably will be Garnacho. Also, bring on Delap. I think Joao Pedro hasn't really been able to get in the game, and Delap is a little bit better running in behind. I think we are getting opportunities in this game. It's from Palace possession when they play really high up. So balls in behind could be useful. And also, this is going to sound blasphemous. I'd probably take off Moy because he's just begging to get another yellow in this game. I feel like he'll probably get another yellow if he continues the way he's been playing. But I'm not really sure who he'd come on for, if come off for, if I'm being honest. Maybe Joao Pedro moves into the 10, Enzo drops a little bit deeper. Delap up top, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I totally agreed. I feel like Neto's got some kind of he's got some kind of blackmail over the people that pick the lineups because he starts every single game. And I have no clue why. I understand it if it's like, and the thing is, which is crazy about him, is that he's got the same thing as Garnacho, is that he's really quick. The one thing that Neto has is the fact that he's pacey. I don't understand why we don't use him as a super sub, because he's the type of player that you can bring off the bench and he will be faster than the opposition defenders that are tired, and he will just get you opportunities because of how quick he can run. Like when he's up against like a fully fit, like right back or left back or whoever he's up against, like he's never gonna beat him. He doesn't ever beat him. He doesn't have the trickery or the technical dribbling ability to get past people. The only way he gets past people is with his pace. Like not using his pace to his full kind of benefit and having him on the pitch from the start is just a complete waste of his talents. Like I said, it's the same thing with Garnacho. We had the same thing with Garnacho where he came off every time he comes off the bench he looks really good, but when he starts games he looks like completely out of place. I feel like you really need your starting wingers to be tricky wingers that are gonna take on their fullbacks and tire them out, and then your substitute wingers need to be pacey players that get in behind once people are tired. I think genuinely us playing Gittins and Esteval, both players that want to take on players and bring their fullbacks like with them with their dribbling is really good, and then having Garnacho and Neto, who are two fast wingers, on the bench is a good idea. And we've never tried that combination. I really don't know why. Especially when now in the Premier League, you got 5 substitutions. You can bring on 2 wingers. So like you can just say to your 2 starting wingers, you know what, just run at them every single time you get the ball. If you're tired at 60 minutes, we'll take you off. Like it doesn't matter. Mudryk, yeah, Mudryk is another great example. But admittedly, Mudryk's a weird one because he's got pace, he has no brains, but he's got really good passing. Like that's the one thing about Mudryk which is really weird about him is that you'd think he'd be like a tricky winger or one of those wingers that can run in behind and score goals, but his actually his best attribute is passing. He's really good at passing. Jesse, when are the other games today? At 4:30, I imagine. Should look at the live table as well, because I think at the moment we have been moved into 4th. Yeah. The current, as it stands currently, it's Arsenal 4 points ahead of City and Villa in 2nd and 3rd, and Chelsea are in 4th with 37 points. Obviously, Manchester United to play later. If they get a win against Arsenal, they will leapfrog us, but I won't care that much because Arsenal will lose points. For being honest, a draw between those two would be lovely. I think it's a bit of a weird one when you say that you have to have confidence in your defense. I think of football in a different way. I feel like if you're not taking risks to score goals, then there's no point being on the pitch. Because you can't win a game of football by not conceding, but you can win a game of football by scoring. Like, if you don't score a goal, you're not going to win a football match. Like, it's physically impossible. But you can concede a goal and still win. So, like, if you're not, I said, if you're not, trying to attack and you're not trying to make those risks, then what's even the point of putting out a team? Players have got to be braver. Second half will be starting shortly, hopefully. I'm not gonna lie, I have not touched this year's FIFA game since I stopped doing my Estival series. I literally have not touched the game. Mainly because it's a bit annoying to have to. The main reason is because it's annoying to have to switch my HDMI cable over between my screens and my capture card and stuff. I just can't be bothered to do it. I'm actually I'm kind of miffed that I never got the other episodes of that out before I ended that, because there was like 3 or 4 episodes. The team actually got pretty decent in terms of the players that were in it, but I couldn't be bothered. So it was way too much effort to film, edit, and upload in terms of what I was actually getting out of it. So I didn't stop. Especially considering I was taking my break, I was just like, you know what, I was originally intending like, oh, I'll take my break, I'll continue to do the EA stuff, and I was just like, after like a week, I was like, nah, you know what, it's just not happening. So I should hopefully get some of my new art for the channel, the new kind of representation and stuff. Obviously, I'm aiming for a kind of like a late winter, early spring kind of comeback, but that can't really happen until I've got that stuff, which I should be getting soon, hopefully. Let us. Oh, I forgot to stop the timer, so now I've got to redo the timer. God damn it! And that's gonna be on the bingo card if I can find it. We'll re-establish this at 46. Here's Reece James. Game has kicked off, for the record. Long ball from Reece James for Joao Pedro, who's holding Lacroix, but also being held. The referee's giving it the Palace man's way. Oh yeah, I was doing a career mode, but like, again, like no one will watch it. Like that's not what my audience is. No one will watch that stuff. Okay, here's Estival inside at the moment. Needs some support. He passes it off to Caicedo. Here's Cucurella. Chelsea much higher in this half. Cucurella sends the ball to the back post for Estival. He knocks it head. Oh, knocks it behind. It was well dealt with by the combination of the Palace centre-backs. Here's Reece James in a high crossing opportunity. He does whip it in for Cucurella at the back post. I think it's headed behind by Munoz. And Yeah, I was going to say the referee has finally given it. It's a sumptuous ball from Reece James, and we know he likes to do those from the right-hand side. Should be Reece on this corner as well. Did the timer actually start? Yeah, it did. Okay, good. Swung in to the middle of the box, and it's punched away by Henderson. It's going to break to Esteval on the edge of the box, but it will be cleared away by Lerma. Santos back forward. And Mateta will get it forward again. Here's Sarr. He plays the ball forward for Brennan Johnson, but Chalobah will cut that out very, very well. Even does a little bit of a Cruyff to get away from his man. And now he's giving it away. Could have just passed that back to Sanchez, but nope, he decided to be clever. And now we've got the Palace team in our half. It'll be a throw high up on the left-hand side for Tyreek Mitchell to take, but instead it's going to be a long throw from Chris Richards once more. Long throw is easily cleared away by Reece James, and it's not close enough to Esteval for him to pick it up, but the ball has been played back to Dean Henderson here. I should say as well, there was no changes at half time, unfortunately. Reece James will clear the ball long. Big smash up the pitch, which Henderson will claim. Palace will come back at us now. It's Gamble. Here's Richards once again. Back to Henderson. Chelsea putting a little bit of a squeeze on now, and Palace are committed to playing out from the back. Richards will play it on his right foot over the top for Mateta. He's going to hold the ball up well here. It's up against Trevor Chalobah, who's done really, really well up against the big man, and he's got it away. And also played a fantastic out ball to Joao Pedro, who can hold the ball up here. Plays it to Esteval, knocks it in behind for Joao Pedro. Is he going to get on the end of that? He is. In the box here. He cuts back onto his left foot and smashes it in the net. And that is the Brazilian connection. It's another assist for Esteval and another goal for Chelsea, and it's a brilliant goal. It all starts from Trevor Chalobah, by the way, who is a Cobham grad, so he's getting that as well. Do I have anything else on here that I could do? I'm going to give, I don't even care. I'm giving Esteval player of the match already. He's got a goal and an assist. So fantastic work from Chalobah, not only to muscle Mateta off the ball, but play the out ball to Joao Pedro too. He plays it to Esteval. Ooh. Is he onside? I think Mitchell's playing him on. And it's great composure for him to cut onto his left-hand foot and then just smash it straight through the legs of Dean Henderson. Got to say, the goalkeeper should have done better for both goals, if I'm being honest. It's a brilliant ball forward from Esteval. Do you know Joao Pedro always scores 2 games in a row? I did not know that, but that does sound like one of those funny statistics. This is 8th Premier League goal of the season, Joao Pedro. I said we need to play those balls in behind, and I did say I wanted Liam Delapom for those balls in behind, but Joao Pedro's actually made a run for the first time ever. And it's worked out. Lerma's going to win it in the air. Johnson will only play it to Reece James, who gets it back to Sanchez. Who's going to get it back to Reece James. High press from Palace here as Mitchell goes forward. But again, we're going to unlock him. Here's Enzo. Plays the ball over the top for Esteval. The game's opening up here. up against Chris Richards. Oh, he's been thrown off the ball there quite nastily. The referee and the line have not said anything. Here's Wharton bringing it away. Game's starting to turn into a bit of a basketball game. Here's Munoz on the right side. Tripled up on as soon as he gets the ball out on that right hand side. That's clearly been an instruction from Liam Rossignol at the halftime team talk, is to close him down quicker, because he has been getting the balls in from that right hand side and he's been shrouded out there. I tell you, after this game, if Esteval's not starting every single match, I don't know what's gone wrong. He's ready now, man. I don't care if he's 18, he's ready. Long throw from Richards. Headed away by Cucurella. Richards is going to get another bite of the cherry here to play the ball in, but the referee has stopped the game for a head injury, whilst Palace were trying to fashion a chance, and I'm not sure about that. Let's see what happens to Chalobah here. Yeah, it's a clash of heads. Referee has to stop it there. All we need is a set piece goal, by the way, and we've got our bingo. It will be a drop ball for Palace on the right hand side of the box. It's going to be swept back to Wharton, who's going to dink the ball to the back post. It's knocked on by Badiashile, though. Corner for Palace. It'll be Brennan Johnson to take it. Enzo and Santos trying to play bodyguard for Robert Sanchez here. Ball's gone into the back post where Sanchez will claim it. It's a good claim from the Spaniard as well. He's been pushed out of the box by Lerma there. That's got to be a yellow, surely. He's got no intention of getting the ball. He's just barged into him to try and throw him outside the box and make him handle it outside the area. He's got some of the chalk from the grass on his face now, Sanchez. Battle scars. Free kick will be taken by him, and it's launched long to left-hand side for Pedro Neto, who's not going to win that in the air. Now here's Munoz on the other end. Tackled by Cucurella, and he wins the throw. Great work from the Spaniard. I did say if Sanchez gets a bad injury, it's going to be interesting, because our only goalkeeper on the bench is one of our youth players, so hopefully he's not too injured from that tackle. Ball headed forward by Wharton. Knocked on by Mateta. It's going to be picked up by Santos. He's fouled, and Sanchez will smash it long. One by Canvo. Here's Munoz with a little flick. It's a poor one, and Caicedo will get it away to Joao Pedro, who plays it down the line to Neto. He's going to cut it across to Esteval. Reece James running in behind for him. Enzo will play it to him. Reece James in the box. Cuts it to Esteval, who takes a strike! Oh, it's a brilliant curler. And Cucurella tries to get the follow-up. Oh, it's a fantastic save from Dean Henderson. Down low to his left-hand side. Or his right-hand side. Denying Esteval of a brilliant second. We're getting those chances now. Palace really, really open at the back. Santos will get it across to Cucurella. It's a poor pass. It curls away from the Spaniard. I think the only reason he's 28 is because Gaga has a special number. Like he has one that he's specifically requested. I can't remember what his number is. I think it's like 64 or something like that. 44 maybe? I don't remember. But Gaga's got, or maybe it's, I think it might be, is it like 33? I can't remember what Gaga's got, but I know it's like special to him. I think that's the only reason he doesn't have that number. As he took that off of Petrovic once he left. Here's Munoz. His pass is a bad one. Gaga's 44. I did think it was 44, which is really ironic because that's actually one of my numbers. If I was to be a professional footballer, 44 would be one of my numbers. Here's Cucurella to Caicedo, gets it out to Enzo. He's going to play it forward for Reece James, who's surging forward here. Esteval to his right, he plays it to him. Plays it to Reece James, who crosses it across, and it's going to fall for João Pedro, and it's a block from a hand, surely. It's a certain goal if it's not blocked by the hand. It's going to come back at them, though. Here's Caicedo. Clips it in for Enzo, and Henderson will claim that one. It's an open net because Henderson has passed it to him. If this comes off a hand, it has to be a handball and a penalty. That has to be a pen. It's denying a goal. What is VAR doing? Oh, it's Darren England's the VAR again. He's absolutely bloody useless. How has that not been given as a handball? I don't care if it's proximity. I don't care if it's, natural position. He's just denied a goal. Yeah, there we go. The referee's going to the monitor now. I was going to say, it has to be. It's a certain goal. It's on target. It's not quite as obvious as Luis Suarez, but, it's still stopping a goal. Shouldn't matter if it's close to his body, mate. He denied a goal. You can't deny a goal with your arm, regardless of where it is. It's off his arm and it's going in the goal. I gotta say, if they do give this as a penalty, it's a generational stinker from JD Canvo, who's given us 2 goals. It's a clear handball, man. He'll get the pen, Enzo or JP. Honestly, could be Esteval. It's gonna be Enzo. It would be Enzo. He probably takes it. I don't know why they're looking at it so long. This is a clear denial of a goal with the hand. It has to be a handball. Why are they taking so fucking long? He stopped a certain goal with his arm. It's a handball every single day of the week. Oh, I think they're just kind of debating whether it's a red or a yellow. I don't care if it shouldn't be a red. Like, it's not much you can do about it, but you have to give that as a pen. Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. The commentary team, and when they bring in like referees to talk about decisions, it's all just to protect the PGMOL or make them not look bad. Here we go. There we go. Justice is served. That is the correct decision. It took them far too fucking long to get there, but it's the correct decision. It's a clear penalty because it's denial of a goal, but it's not a red because he's not done it deliberately. Simple. That would have took me, if I was in the VAR room, it would have took me 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes. It would take me 5 seconds to deduce what they've just taken about 5 minutes over. These guys are so unqualified to do their jobs. If I shoot someone and it's an accident, I'm still going to jail. Exactly. You still get put in prison, but you just don't get a murder charge. You get a manslaughter charge instead. And that's exactly what's happened here. You get a yellow instead of a red. That's a really weird analogy, but it works. And it will be Enzo Fernandez to take. And if this goes in, it will be a set-piece goal, and it will be a bingo. If we fucking miss after all this shit, I'm gonna crash out. I feel so unsafe not having Palmer on our pens. Will be captain or vice captain Enzo Fernandez to take. I think he's drilling this into the bottom left corner. Up against Dean Henderson. Puts it into the bottom right corner. It's a set-piece goal. It's a bingo, and it's 3-0 for Chelsea. And we've still got, 20 minutes to go here. 30 minutes to go. Is there anything else I can take here? Is that over 3 yellows now? Moy got one. No, I think that's only 2 yellows. Rosinia ball in full flow, it's coming actually. I've definitely done this as well. I genuinely can't believe there is someone in my chat trying to say that is not a penalty. That is crazy work. You are either blind or delusional. You can't stop a goal with your arm. It doesn't matter if it's accidental or not. I've seen you at the double over Palace this season. Yeah, he did dismantle them with Strasbourg. And also, Borna Sosa has now just come on the left-hand side instead of Tyreek Mitchell. So flick on from Mateta immediately. Someone else came on. I think was it Pino? Someone else has come on. I'm not sure who. Here's Santos. Caicedo back to Sanchez. He gets it to Badiashile. Yeah, Yeremy Pino has come on for Canvo, who's been sent to the chopping block. Ball around the corner to Joao Pedro from Cucurella is a good one. Joao Pedro has been phenomenal in the second half, by the way. Cucurella will get it back now. It's Badiashile. Here's Trevor Chalobah. Caicedo. Chelsea just keeping the ball ticking at the moment. No real penetration. Here's Badiashile once more. Long ball over the top for Neto. Will not reach him. Surprised he's still on the pitch, if I'm being honest. Ball forward from Munoz will be collected by Badiashile once again. Here's Caicedo. He's been hacked down by Wharton, and that's got to be a yellow, yes. That's 3 yellows, I believe. One more, and it will be another thing off the bingo card. Yeah, it's a late one. Oh, exactly. If that was if that was Arsenal, if this was Arsenal, they would have given it in about 2 seconds. In fact, the referee would have just given it in general. He wouldn't have had to go to VAR for him to give it. The referee would just immediately have called that. Here's Robert Sanchez. Long ball to the left hand side is a little wayward, and Sarr will have the throw in. It's really annoying now because if Palmer was playing, he would have had a guaranteed goal because he would have got that pen. Here's Munoz. Cucurella wins the ball back. Here's Caicedo to Enzo. Forward for Joao Pedro. Caicedo again. Chelsea really... We are such a confidence team. As soon as we get like a goal or two ahead, we just turn it to a completely different team. Our passing comes so much more crisp. Jeremy Jackie to move the summer, not during. Yeah, I did see that. I mean, it's more likely gonna be we agree a deal in January, but he doesn't come to us until next summer. Honestly, I would have just brought Senesi in. Yeah, back in the top four, and we're getting even more goal. One thing that we have over the people that are around us, like Uniteds and stuff, is that we got a better goal difference. +3 to that is always welcome. Could be even more if we get our act together here. Still got 20 minutes to get another one. Here's Santos to James. Through the lines to Cucurella. Great pass. He's going to play one in behind for Pedro Neto. It's a fantastic ball, and he cuts it across. But his ball is wayward, and Lacroix will get that away. And I think Badiashile has just taken one in the bollocks. I'm not sure what's just happened there. Oh no, he's holding his shoulder, I think. Not sure what happened there. Next four is West Ham, Wolves, Leeds, Burnley. We can get 6 in a row. I said this. I actually tweeted something out about the fixtures. I said that Liam Rosenior could genuinely leave like his first like 7 or I think it was like first like 8 games with like 7 wins or something. I think that's what I said because obviously we had the Arsenal game before then. Yeah, he's come in at a good moment, I will say, to give him some confidence in terms of getting some points against some teams that we should, in all intents and purposes, be beating. Here's James back to Sanchez. Forced to go long by Pino. Ball will go off the pitch. Is Lacroix. To Richards. Back to Lacroix. Daniel Munoz will pass it back to Henderson. He's forced long by Joao Pedro. It's going to fall straight on the head of Mateta, but he's unable to get the ball. Cleared long by Sanchez once more. Here's Enzo Fernandez to Cucurella. Long ball over the top for Pedro Neto, who will get on the end of this. Can he beat Munoz for the first time in this game? He does get past him on the inside. Plays it to Joao Pedro, whose touch is a little loose, and he's given it away. Wharton has given it straight to Santos, but then won it back via the ricochet, and his long pass eventually is utterly woeful. Here's Santos. How often have we not gotten 3 points against the lesser teams? It hasn't. Well, to be fair, under Enzo Maresca, it didn't happen as often this season, I would say. Certainly not as much as it happened under Poch. Like, we were just gifting teams points under Pochettino. Yeah. I said, honestly, I welcome it. I welcome a few easier games to get Rosenior's tactics across, get him and the players with some confidence. Like I said, we're a confidence team. Like, we're clearly a confidence team. As soon as we go behind in games, we seem to capitulate. But if we can, build some momentum and get a couple of wins together, and maybe some results go our way, we could, be with an outside chance of finishing in the top 3, top 2. Leeds away was a bit of an anomaly, I would say. We were utterly woeful in that game. Also, there are some chances being... And Wharton's going to walk here. Yeah, Wharton's going to walk with a bad tackle on Caicedo, and he's off the pitch, and that's 2 bingos clicked off with over 3 yellows and a yellow card. I think there was a couple of bad challenges in that little flurry there, but I was about to say I was literally about to say this, and I cut myself off. I was about to say it's been a bit of a hit and miss game for Wharton. He's been either fantastic with his passes and hitting these 40-yard crossfield diagonal balls, or he's been utterly woeful and just giving the ball away. Yeah, he's gone diving in against Caicedo again. A little bit of frustration from the Englishman there. Commentary team is now trying to say the ref is biased against Crystal Palace. Of course. There is being some changes prepared for both teams. Jamie Gittins has come on for Pedro Neto. Malo Gusto is also coming on. I believe I saw Wesley Fofana come on as well. I'm not sure. I think it's Enzo's come off for him. For Gusto. We'll figure it out. Yeah, Fofana has also come on for Badiashile, I think. Oh, Esteval came off for... Why have you taken off Esteval? I mean, he's one man of the match, quite clearly, Esteval. He was phenomenal today. Honestly, João Pedro, if he gets another goal, he might snatch that chain, because he's been very, very good in the second half. Here's Santos. I'll try and figure out what the formation is in a second here. Yeah, so Gusto's come on to the right-hand side, I believe, and Reese has gone into the middle alongside Santos. Chalabar as the... Oh, we've gone to a back 3. Yeah, Badiashile, middle, left centre-back. Chalabar, right centre-back, or left centre-back. Oh my god, they've nearly just scored from Brennan Johnson. It was a terrible pass out from Reece James, I believe that was, who actually made the poor touch. And here's the changes for Palace. It's Will Hughes who's coming on. For Brennan Johnson, and Daniel Munoz is being replaced by... I can't see who this is. Who is this? Oh, it's Riyadh. They haven't put up a graphic. I don't know who. Oh, the cross into the box is a decent one. There's a handball there. The referee's not giving it. Could be played into the back post, and it's wayward from Pino. Oh, it hits an arm, but again, there's nothing he can do about that. It's actually off his thigh onto his arm, so they'll never get that. Yeah, so back 3 with Fofana on the right, Chalabar in the middle, Badiashile on the left. Reece James is in the midfield with Santos, and we're kind of playing a bit of a box with him, Enzo, and Gusto, who is on the right-hand side. Gittins has gone. I have no idea where Gittins is playing. Oh, Kukureya is playing as a left winger at the moment. What is going on? Oh, lovely little touch from Joao Pedro. If he can get there, he can't. Oh no, so Gittins is on the right hand side. And Kukureya is playing as a wing back. Oh, bro, this is a bizarre one. This is a really bizarre thing. Oh, they're putting out the lineups for the Arsenal United game. Should I hate watch the Arsenal game? I need to go to sleep. I haven't been to bed yet. I've been up for so long. I should probably get some sleep. They're playing Dorgu as a right winger, by the way. I've just seen that lineup. They're playing Patrick Dorgu as a right winger. Yeah, so we're playing a box midfield now with Santos, James, Enzo, and Gusto. Kukureya is playing as a left winger. He's literally playing on the left wing. Here's Wesley Fofana surging down the right hand side. He's going to get the ball out to Jamie Gittins, who's there with him. Gets past one. That's Borna Sosa. She's gotten away from Pino too. Here's Gusto. Reece James. Santos to Enzo. Into... Oh, Gusto played a really good ball there, but Joao Pedro ran the wrong way. And now Palace are going to try and bring it away, but Santos is there to sweep up. Here's Malo Gusto. Didn't I have like a French goal scorer or something? French goal slash assist, I do have that. If Malo Gusto gets an assist here, or a goal, we can take that off too. You know what? I'm going to take that for their centre back passing Esteval through. Ball into Malo Gusto. He's shrugged off the ball rather easily, but Chelsea will battle away quickly to win the ball back. The reactions in the second half have been way better than the first. We've been trying to win the ball back as soon as we lose it. It's much more like it. Canvo. Yeah. Name slipped my mind for a half second. So I tell you, I'm running on like 0 hours of sleep right now. So shoulder to shoulder with Reece James and Will Hughes. That's resulted in a Palace free kick. I need to actually... Yeah, so for me, it's 8:38 in the morning. And I've stayed up over midnight to 8:38 in the morning to watch this game. Someone is lining up on the sidelines for Chelsea. Is it Josh Achimpong I just saw there? I'm not sure. Man, you're gonna keep talking about this decision, but like you just need to understand the rules of the game. Chalobah's can't be a handball because he's a defender and it's come off his thigh before it hits his arm, and the ball is not going towards the goal. On the opposite one, the Palace defender has denied a goal, a shot on target with his arm. Accidental or not, it's always a foul. It's always a foul. Don't know why I need to keep explaining this. It's Hato who's come on, by the way. Free kick from Palace was towards a head, but the header has gone straight to Sanchez. I completely forgot they were a man down, by the way. Hato has moved into midfield. What in God's name is our formation now? I don't even know who he came on for. I think he's come on for Reece. Did he come on for Reece? Yeah, he came on for Reece. So he's just moved into Reece's position on the right-hand side of the two, which is a bit weird. I'm not sure why Santos is on the left and Hato is on the right, but... There we go. It doesn't matter if it's in a natural position. If it denies a goal scoring opportunity, it's always a penalty. It doesn't matter if it's accidental. Ball over the top for Jamie Gittins. He's going to get on the end of this. Gets away from Souza. He's done well, the Croat, to get back at him, though. Here's Pino. See, if Henderson was standing, if Henderson was in the goal, then it wouldn't be a guaranteed. It's a denial of a goal scoring opportunity. But because Henderson is on the floor and it's an open net, it has to be given every single time. So the referees did really, really well in that scenario. No, that's not the point. I'm an educator. That's what I've always been on this platform. I like to say the rules. I'll just like to explain things. But yeah, someone asked me a question. Where am I right now? Where I am in England, but I'm just on an American schedule because my partner is in America. So I am on Mountain Standard Time. Yeah, it is currently, if I check, it's currently 8:42 in the morning. So despite it being actually where I am right now, 3:42 in the afternoon, I feel like I'm, you know, I've stayed up past midnight 8 hours. So no, I'm not. I'm not in Suffolk. I am in the east, but not Suffolk. Liam Delap is coming on for Chelsea. He's coming on for Joao Pedro, who had a very, very good second half, I will say. Was instrumental to not only getting the penalty, but also getting a goal after Esteval played him through. It's kind of like my situation is kind of like, you know, people who work the night shift, or they're like, you know, security guards or whatever, who have to like work starting from like midnight. Wow, Pino has just tried to catch Robert Sanchez out there, and it's absolutely woeful. And like, you know, they sleep throughout the whole day, and then they wake up at night and do their job at night, and then go back to bed throughout the day. That's basically what I'm doing. That's the way I've operated for a long time. I sleep through most of the day. Unless there's like, again, in situations where it's like what we've been having recently, where there's like games at like 8 p.m. That's really comfy for me because that's like noon-ish, like, or just after noon. So I can wake up for those games, and that's why like the recent games we've been doing, I've been saying, "Hey, I'm tired because I've just woken up." Um, Whereas now, as I said, now it's the opposite, where I've stayed up the entire time because basically the game was in a really awkward time for me. So it's like I'm not gonna go to bed and then wake up like 3 or 4 hours later. I might as well just stay up and watch the game and then go to bed afterwards. Let's take a free space for talk of my sleeping patterns. Is Lacroix. Chris Richards, who's now on the right hand side, launches the ball forward. Sarr to Pino. To Sosa, who's going to play a daisy cutter across. Away from Chalobah. And Richards will have the opportunity to play a long throw in here from the right hand side. That's also why we're going back onto this. It's also why a lot of the time when when I stream those like late games where in halftime I have to go get food because I haven't had breakfast. I like wake up and I immediately get ready for stream. Oh, Lacroix with a double effort and a good save from Sanchez. Yeah, if we get a clean sheet, we've got another bingo. Oh yeah, we actually get another actual bingo. We get if have I changed my mind on the decision today? Because I feel like I have. I usually do. Because if I take that off, then we can get 3 here. I think that's the most we've ever gotten in the game. Yeah, probably the most we've ever gotten in the game. Swung in by Will Hughes to the back post. It's a fantastic save from Sanchez, and then eventually it's poked in by Chris Richards. Never mind. That's a comms curse though. No clean sheet. I feel Sanchez has been fouled there by one of the Palace defenders. He's been pushed into the goal by the number 12. It'd be interesting to see if he was onside there, because it's taken a ricochet off of, I think, Lacroix. Oh no, I think it's deflected off of Gusto. Goal will stand. I've been so used to us being ahead, I forgot to update the timer. They've got time here, depending on how much time they want to add on for the penalties and stuff. They're going to rush up the pitch and try and get another. They are battling away quickly here, but Chelsea will clear it long with Chalobah. It's Liam Delap running on the end of it. Can he pressure Lacroix to give this away? No, it's headed back calmly by Chris Richards. It was actually to Henderson. High pressure from Liam Delap again. Kukurea will press high and give the ball away. Now Santos is going to get into a little bit of a scrap with someone in the middle. I think it's Lerma. Lerma's getting a yellow for asking for a yellow, I think. Him and Enzo get into a little bit of a argy-bargy. He's just given another yellow to someone else. I'm not sure who he's given it to. I think Santos, maybe? It's all a bit silly. Well, it's definitely a French goal/assist now. Long ball from Henderson. Yeah, it was Santos who was booked. Oh, Gittins couldn't get it under a spell. He would have been able to release Delap if he did. 9 minutes of added time. What in God's name are they smoking? That's all because they couldn't make a simple decision with that penalty. Hoofed up the ball, up the pitch, cleared by Wesley Fofana. There's a lot of head tennis being played now. Santos thrown to the floor and will win a free kick. Little bit of gamesmanship there. That's Lerma who made that tackle, by the way. Got to be careful. They could get another one off. Chelsea will take the free kick short. Here's Badiashile on the left-hand side. Here's Sanchez. Long ball from him. So, a couple of late goals in the other games as well. Villa and Forest doubling their leads. Oh, high pressure from Gittins to almost give it away. Here's Hughes who's going to knock the ball forward. Smashed up and away by Trevor Chalabar and further away by Wesley Fofana. Here's Lerma. Pino beat into the air. The game has become a little bit scrappy, a little bit of head tennis. No, neither team really being able to make a lot of comfortable possession. Lerma's hoofed it up and under. Cleared away by Badiashile. Here's Malagusto. Can he get the ball away? He can. Into Delap. He can't hold it up, and the ball will come back at Chelsea now. Chris Richards. Instead, opts to play it back to Henderson. A little bit of a cagey end here. Long ball has been met by Cucurella, who will launch it up to Enzo, who knocks it on for Liam Delap, and he's got a chance to run in behind here, Delap. He's going to hold it up. Plays it into the... Oh, so played it into a great area on his left foot there, Delap, and no one was there. Played it straight to the edge of the box, and no one was arriving. Santos will get it to Enzo. Here's Cucurella. Back to Enzo. Into Hato. Enzo. Cucurella. Plays it off of Lerma, I believe that was, over on the right-hand side for a throw. Good throw to Liam Delap, who holds the ball up well. Plays it back to Enzo. They've given the man of the match to Joao Pedro, which I think is absolutely ludicrous considering how good Esteval was, but there we are. He did have a really good half, though, also. Here's Henderson. Incoming long ball from him. Ball's going to go all the way over the top. It was offside in the end anyway. Five minutes to play. Here's Sanchez. Badiashile. Long ball down the left channel. Aimed for Liam Delap. Great hold-up play from him. He's being held all the time by Lacroix there. The referee's given nothing. Hato trying to cause them some nuisance up in the top end of the pitch. Enzo's going to press Henderson. Oh, he's forced the goalkeeper to smash it long inaccurately as well. Cucurella will get on the end of it. Here's Hughes. Uche. Who was one of the past players that came on, by the way. I never even mentioned that. Cleared by Trevor Chalabar and further by Santos. Here's Enzo on the left-hand side. Thrown to the floor by Lacroix. Referee gives nothing. Hughes will play a ball across to Pino. Sarr out to Uche. First time ball in is terrible, and Sanchez can claim that. He'll play it to Malagusto. Ball forward into Delap. Good first touch. Can't get it away from the number 34 though. It will be Henderson to play it long again. Away by Malagusto. Here's Lerma. To Pino. Gets away from one, but he can't get the ball past Wesley Fofana. And Santos will play over the top of him. Here's Gusto. Big swing from him. We'll see the ball up and over. Ball's going to eventually break for Wesley Fofana. Now Santos. Delap. Hato will play it to the left-hand side where Enzo is in a lot of space. Gittins is bursting through the middle if he can see him. He doesn't. He takes it to the left-hand side. Still in the box here, Enzo. And now he heads to the corner. He's been pushed over, but referee gives nothing against Sarr. Will Hughes will now pick up the ball. Plays it out to Uche. Good defending from Badiashile to stop him from progressing, though. 2 minutes to go. Or 3 minutes, rather. Here's Lacroix. Ball forward will be picked up by Trevor Chalabar and cleared quite comfortably. Here's Gittins. Malagusto. Lerma will intercept his ball. Get it to Hughes. Lacroix will look to play the ball forward. Here's Pino. Swung the ball into Uche. Tackled by Trevor Chalabar, but it's going to break to Sarr. Here's Hughes. Out wide for Chris Richards, who's almost playing like a wing-back at this time. Swings the ball in. Cleared by Malagusto. It's going to come back at us, though. Here's Pino. Borna Sosa on the left-hand side. Whips the ball into the back post, and it's cleared by Cucurella, I believe that was. I think it was Hato who got the final touch, actually. Here's Hughes getting past Enzo. Tackled by Santos. Chris Richards will see the ball out for a long throw. He's asking for his teammates to get in the box. It's a flat one into the front post, and it's dealt with by Wesley Fofana initially. Cleared further away by Cucurella, and Hato will get it all the way away. He'll come back at us. Here's Borna Sosa. To Pino on the left-hand side. Swings the ball into the box. It's cleared by Wesley Fofana once again. Back in, though. Here's Uche. He gets the ball away. Here's Lerma on the right-hand side. Crossing position. Plays it to Lacroix, who gets it across, and Wesley Fofana will block it, and then it's smashed high and away by Trevor Chalabar. Good hold-up play from Liam Delap. Can he beat Hughes to this ball? Oh, it's great work from Will Hughes to seal out the ball and stop Delap from breaking here. Here's Sosa to Pino. Pino will swing the ball into the back post. It's a fantastic attempt, but Sanchez was wise to it. It could be a break here for Chelsea if we wanted to go, but I don't think we are going to. Instead, it goes rolled out for Malagusto. Here's Santos. He's going to look for the ball forward here. Enzo's the man on the left-hand side. It goes out to him. Great pass. Great first touch as well. He's doing a little bit of... Oh, he's been pushed in the face there by Lerma again, man. This guy needs to come off the pitch. The referee's blown the final whistle, but that guy needs to be red-carded, bruv. It's just violent. And he's on a yellow already. But that's the end of the game. Chelsea win. Chelsea get 3 points. Boom. There's another bingo. We unfortunately do not get the clean sheet bingo, which would have given us 2 extra bingos if we got a clean sheet. But apart from that, very, very good game from Chelsea. After it came out in the second half with a point to prove, it seemed like. Whatever Liam Rosenior said at half-time had really spurred on his players. João Pedro especially really, really good in that second half, and I think that Esteval deserved man of the match, which is why I've given him the player of the match. But the official one was João Pedro. I really hope that this just means that Esteval's going to get more game time, because he's clearly ready. I don't know why he's not been getting enough game time. But yeah, the other 2 results are looking likely to stay the same, with Villa 2-0 up and so are Forest. We obviously have to wait for the result from the Arsenal United game to see where we finish the day, because if United win, then they will go above us and we'll go into 5th, but at the moment we are 4th if I look at the table. At the moment we are 4th with 37 points, just above Liverpool with 36. But yeah, if United draw, we'll stay above them. If they win, they will leapfrog us, but of course, it's a double-edged sword there, because if they win, they leapfrog us, and that's bad. But also, they take away all 3 points from Arsenal, which I kind of enjoy, and they'll only be 4 points clear. I hope they can both lose, is what I want to say. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. I am going to go have a nap. I'm so knackered. But yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out. We will be back. When will we be back? When is our next game? I believe... it's the Napoli game. It's on the 28th of January on the Wednesday, and that goes live at 8 PM, so I'll be live at 7:50. Another one of those kickoffs which I'll have to wake up for. Great. But yeah, I will see you guys over on Wednesday. As I said, a really big game against Napoli to see if we can get through into the top 8 and or make top 8 of the Champions League. Yeah, we got 2. How many bingos do we get? We got 1. Yeah, just the 2 bingos today. Can I do the gifties? I don't know if I've got the gifties. I do. I can send the 5 gifties. I'm sending 5 gifties into the chat for the bingos. So enjoy those, whoever gets those. And we'll we'll have to pick this up on Wednesday.